attacking your senses like the pungent smell of fish sauce hot off the lizine. It's DIA, or Dudes in Asia. What up, peoples? As always, this is David Hayter.
And this is David Nguyen, a.k.a. Sir Nugs a Lot.
Nice to make your acquaintance. It's Tuesday, November 20th. Thanksgiving and Black Friday are a few days away, so I hope you're ready to chow down and blow all of your cash.
Today, we'll be talking about Thanksgiving in our neck of the woods and our foodie experiences in Asia.
Yeah, man. So, before we get into all that, what's up with you, man? Anything new happening?
And besides me being sick, and right now in Vietnam, it is wedding season, man.
Oh, really? Wedding season, huh?
It's just like that time of year when people got their weddings. I went to one on Sunday. There's another one next Sunday. There's quite a few lined up. It's just like, I don't know, because in Vietnam, if they are Buddhist, which is like probably a good, population of Vietnam is, they check, they go to a monk and try to find like the most compatible date for the two sides to get married. And it's always around like the same time. It's always around the same time. So this is just like the season of wedding, man.
Oh, for sure, man. It's interesting, dude. I never knew about that.
Yep. So I went through that too, so I kind of know even more so.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. How's about you, man? Anything new with you?
Man, same old stuff. Just getting ready to have a good time Thanksgiving. I'll be heading back to the States for vacation.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
It'll be a little bit busy coming up, though. It's very interesting. So the gymnastics team from Canada is coming to Yokkaichi, for training, right? And so they're going to have, a reception. And so I'm going to go over there and, help as, a translator. And then they're just going to come to, my junior high school. And then we're going to, teach them kendo. So I'll get to hang out for that too. But it's just really random,
That's a very random itinerary, man.
Yeah. But they're just like, David, this gymnastics team is coming from Canada. They're going to be in the Olympics in a few years. Let's show them some kendo. I'm like, all right, sounds good.
I guess
try not to smack them too hard. I don't want to break them.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
But yeah, that's about it for me, though, dude.
Yeah, not much either. I mean, it's just a life of, grinding.
Yeah. So for tonight's cocktail, I made Anthony Bourdain's favorite, the fine Negroni.
What's in that, my man?
Oh, this one. I've included some fine Kino B gin from Kyoto, not to be confused with the Kenobi gin. No, but anyway.
That was horrible, man.
I know, man. Don't hate me, dog. I have a problem. No, okay. But anyway, it's got gin, sweet vermouth, and Campari. So it looks really red and kind of fruity, but it's quite strong, and it's tasty.
Okay.
So the
nice.
secret to a good Negroni is orange bitters and less Campari and less vermouth. Or maybe that's just because I like it strong.
Yeah, most likely.
So, man, how about that Thanksgiving, dude? You going to be doing anything out in Vietnam?
Personally, for me, I'm planning to make little samplers for my coworkers to kind of know what Thanksgiving is like in America. Not full blown, like the full menu, but something like a turkey sandwich, mashed potatoes, a green bean casserole, and some mac and cheese. That's about it.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah, just like a serving's worth. So don't go overkill on it. So just that, but outside of that, nah. Thanksgiving's not too big in Vietnam. I mean, if you go to a foreign restaurant, like a Western restaurant, they'll serve, a full turkey dinner and whatnot. But
yeah,
most Vietnamese people still don't have a clue what Thanksgiving is for. They just know it's food, but they don't know what's the story behind it and things like that. But it's it's an American holiday. You don't need a trip.
Yeah, that's true, man.
What about you, bro?
Yeah, so for me, I usually don't do anything too Thanksgiving-ish out in Japan. I was trying to think the last time I actually had Thanksgiving was 2013. You know, it's been a while, but I kind of think of the spirit of Thanksgiving. Like I mean, turkey's cool if you can get it, but like in Japan, if you want to buy a whole turkey, it'd be like $100 or something, like way expensive.
Yeah.
So I think for me, it's more about, getting together with some people, breaking some bread, having a good time, you know what I mean? And just eating what's available, kind of like how the original Americans did, Pilgrims and the Indians, all that,
Word.
Yeah, so like what I've done before is we would go up to this Taiwanese restaurant in our neighborhood, and they have a deal, man. It's all you can eat and all you can drink, anything on the menu, for like 3,000 yen a person, so like less than $30 a person,
Nice.
Yeah, and that handles pretty good, But man, I gotta tell you, a Vietnamese homeboy of mine, man, they changed the menu because of him. We went up there and they're like, what would you like to order? He's like, okay, I want like 70 chicken wings and like 100 of these lamb skewers. They're like, 100? He's like, yes. They're like, what the fuck, man?
Did he go through town or something? Did he actually like massacre all of that?
Oh yeah, he ate all that. I mean, we split it between like a lot of people, but he ate the majority. You know what I mean? Like we probably had about like 10 people or so. But like we came back and it's like, oh, where are the lamb skewers? But yeah, we don't have those anymore. And then you go to another restaurants in the same chain, like they still got them. So
just that one place is like right near you guys. Like, nope, we done with that.
Pretty much, man. Pretty much.
Oh, that sucks.
But yeah, man. Like they have the same deals out here though as they do. I'm sure out there. Like some places, like like some restaurants that are more foreign friendly, or that cater to foreigners, they'll have like a Thanksgiving dinner,
Yeah, import all the ingredients and whatnot.
Yeah. So, but this will be my first time this year. I'm actually going to go eat Thanksgiving at one of them restaurants.
Nice. I'm actually planning to do like that for like lunch sometime this week.
Yeah. But I'm going to tell you about this place, dog. It's called Midtown Barbecue out in Nagoya. I got the website right here. So this is what they're doing. Like they're going to be smoking turkeys that day. Right, it's going to be smoked turkey with crispy skin, smoked sausage, garlic mashed potatoes, mushroom shallot gravy, stuffing, vegetables, cranberry sauce, and a butter roll with pumpkin pie. Yep.
Ooh, forgot about pumpkin pie. Down. Oh, crap, forgot all about that.
Yeah, man.
Oh, ooh. I do love
you never see that pie. Shit, right?
I do love me some pumpkin pie. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Vietnamese people do not like cinnamon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, majority of people that I know do not like cinnamon for some odd reason. So every time I bring back some snacks that has cinnamon in it, it's like, no, I'm good. I'm like, what?
It's just like that odd kind of taste, huh?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. But even though Vietnamese grow some really good cinnamon, they just don't get down on it.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah, anyways.
So, man, seeing how Thanksgiving is coming up this week, I got to hit you with the obligatory question. Yeah. What are you thankful for?
Man, my family, obviously, my friends. Man, I'm thankful for everything I got right now, man.
I hear you, man.
Like it could be worse, it could be better type thing, but I'm pretty happy with everything I got. So, I mean, just the friends and family is all I need right now. So that's what I'm thankful for. Man. What about you, bro?
I don't know, man. I always kind of give the same answer, I think. I think it's kind of similar to yours, It's like, I'm thankful for my health, I'm thankful to have supportive people around me, And then, I don't know, man. I guess I'm just thankful, to be in the circumstance that I'm in.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, and it's like, like we both, work to get where we're at, So... I mean, I don't know. I mean, to me, it does sound almost like a little kind of like conceited, to be like, oh, I'm thankful for my ability to be where I'm at. You know what I mean? But it's
real talk, bro.
Yeah, but it's a combination. It's like being born in the right situation.
And this is like it's not just like pure luck either. I mean, we put some effort to get here, and obviously there's a little luck on our shoulders as well. But we're not relying on it. It just happens to show up when we kind of need it, or just when it happens, it happens.
Yeah, but well, I think it's being available for the opportunity and then seizing it when it comes up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I guess another way to put it is to say that I'm thankful for the opportunities that I've had in life. You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
definitely, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because the opportunities that were presented itself were, at that time were quote unquote risky, but I took them, and here I am, right? So,
Yep.
exactly.
Yep. For shizzle, dog.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I'll do my Macho Man episode one day.
Yeah. Well, anyways, happy Thanksgiving in advance, bro.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you too, man.
Oh yeah.
So, as you know, in America, Thanksgiving is a holiday about food. Do you know it?
Yeah, boy.
Sorry, man. I had to hit you with the classroom English for a second, man. But yeah, I don't know, man. I like to eat food, man.
Who
I think
doesn't?
you like to eat food.
Oh,
Even when we're
yeah.
doing topics that aren't about food, that's what we end up talking about.
Yeah.
So today we're gonna do it justice. We're gonna talk about grub, man.
Yeah. It might be a 2-part episode. You never know.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be, man. Or we'll talk about it this time, and then maybe we'll come up with some more questions later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got a good set list of questions here we could start off with.
Yeah. What do you think, man? Should I go first? You want to take it first?
Yeah, you go first this time, man.
All right, man.
What's your favorite food? Now, okay, is this in Japan, or is this gonna be just like a general favorite food?
You know, the way I was thinking about it, I think it's going to be like in Japan, like
Okay.
thinking of Japanese food.
like
you know?
Japanese food. That's your favorite, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
okay.
I guess it could be like favorite food that you've eaten in Japan.
Yeah.
You know
okay.
what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Doesn't have to be Japanese. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know,
Ooh, that's a tough one already. Okay. Go ahead.
yeah, I think for me, my favorite food would have to be tonteki. Did I tell you about that?
It sounds familiar, but even then, you should probably let our listeners know what the heck tonteki is.
That's right. So, I don't know what teki means, but I know ton means like pork, like pig, you know?
Uh-huh.
And so, tonteki is like the famous dish from yokkaichi. You know, there's many places that have it, and some are better than others.
Mm-hmm.
But like the best spot that has it is close to my house. You know, I could walk there in about 5 minutes. And it's like a family-owned restaurant. And so like tonteki is just like this giant like pork chop. And they just fry it up in like pig fat and like garlic. You know? And then, I don't know, man, it's just good as hell, dude.
It's not like
And-
it's not a katsu style where it's like breaded, right?
No. It's
okay.
like it's just like it's kind of like cooked in a wok, you know?
Mm.
And it comes out like really thick, like really juicy. And like, you know, you could tell there's some lard in that bad boy. You know what I mean? They ain't messing around.
Okay.
Yeah, but then they cook like all the garlic and stuff and all that lard, you know, and then all the meat juices kind of make a sauce and they put that over the top.
Mm-hmm.
It's bomb, man. But when you get it too, it comes with like a side of like cabbage, a side of like pork miso soup,
Mm-hmm.
like rice, and then some other like pickles. And when you eat there, you can get as many refills of all the sides as you want, you know?
Mm.
So it's bomb, dude. Like, I'll put up some pictures on the blog, man. I've eaten it many times.
Yeah.
It's quite good.
You want to answer all your questions? We're gonna go back and forth.
I don't know, man. How do you feel, dude?
I don't know. It depends on you, man.
Yeah, I'll go back and forth, dude. All right, it's your
Oh,
turn,
dude.
dog. What's your favorite food there that you've had in Vietnam?
dude,
You need some time to think about it?
that's definitely. But okay, like just off the top of my head, that I had this soft shell crab bao. You remember that one right here?
I think so, right? Is it Bao Zi?
Yeah, from Bao Zi.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah,
off
yeah.
the top of my head. It's just a fried soft shell crab in like in a bao with like a really good sauce that was really amazing. I mean, that's off the top of my head. I don't think it is, but it's definitely like a top 3. But it's just
Yeah.
you know, obviously Vietnam's a really good food culture, so this just how do you pick your favorite from all of it, right?
Yeah, that's tough, man. That is
Yeah.
a tough one.
Yeah.
But how about that? I don't know. Should we move on to the next question then, man?
Yeah. Favorite restaurant, Hater. Favorite restaurant.
Okay. So my favorite restaurant will always be the Soto in Higashiyama in Kyoto. So like, this spot is like fine dining, like very swanky. They do like weddings over there.
Okay.
But it's an old Japanese inn that they converted into like a restaurant for one half, wedding, like, you know, hall for another half, and then a bar for the third half. So for three halves to make a whole. You know, no, but it's pretty dope though, man. Like, you know, it's a good place to take a date. You probably would need a reservation depending on the time. And, you know, everything's very upscale, man. It's quite elegant. It's like, you know, I show up in my tuxedo, fresh out the cab. And then I go up there and they're like, oh, are you here to look around, sir? I'm like, oh, no, I have a dinner reservation. Like, are you David? I'm like, I am. They're like, come with me. Okay. So they open up like this tiny door next to this giant gate. And you just come out to like this walkway that's just got like bamboo forests like on both sides, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so you walk up the walkway, and then you just see like old Japanese like style like inn, you know. And they're like, please step inside. I'm like, sure. And I step inside. Like, oh, are you David? I'm like, I sure am. They're like, let me take your coat. I'm like, here you go. They're like, please wait here. It's like, all right. And then somebody else shows up. Are you David? I'm like, I am. They're like, let me show you to your seat. Watch your head. I'm like, all right, you know. But the place looks like something out of like a James Bond movie. They do like course dinners, you know. I think like the cheapest one is like 3,500 like yen. The middle one is like 5,000, and the most expensive is like 9,000, almost like $100, you know. But everything is really good. Like, you won't get full, but you know, it's really good. It's like Italian food, but kind of like the Japanese version of Italian food, you know, like Italian techniques with like Japanese ingredients.
Yeah.
It's bomb. I don't even remember what all they had. Like, they had like foie gras, like wafers, and like, oh man, I can't even remember, like some crab stuff. But then usually after I eat there, I go to their bar that's like around the corner. That was the other thing too. Like, the first time I went, I was like, yeah, we want to check out that bar. They're like, really? How many of you are there? I'm like, just two. And they're like, okay. And then they get on the walkie-talkie and they're like, come with me. And like, they walked me like around the corner, like about 5 minutes to go to the bar. I'm like, this is it. They're waiting for you. I was like, all right. And then like, you step in the bar and like, you go upstairs and it's like, oh, you're David, huh? I'm like, I am. They're like, come with me. You know? Yeah. And then they just have like really good cocktails, like a big selection of like Scotch whiskeys and stuff. And you can get Cuban cigars over there. But I think the craziest part about that bar is that everything is very private, you know, and like wherever you sit, you can't see anybody else, you know, and like nobody else can see you.
Yeah.
But there's other people there. And then when you want somebody to come, you just push a button and like a dude shows up, you know. So yeah, dude, that's my favorite restaurant, man. Like, just really great service. Everything is top notch, dude.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you come to Japan, dude, that's where you got to take your girl, bruh.
And little Grace.
Yeah. That'd be fantastic.
I'll
babysit, dog. Don't trip.
Nice. Thank you, bro.
All right, yo.
Thank you.
You got it, dude.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be over with your...
Go ahead.
I was going to be over with your young daughter over at Tony Roma's with my girlfriend, getting drunk and eating cheesecake.
Nice.
Nah, man. So how about you, dude? What do you think?
Okay, actually, I'm going to pivot and take a step back on favorite food, man. I'm actually going to have to say something else, dude. It's not actually the soft shell crab now. I'm actually going to say it is a banh mi opla.
Okay.
Like,
banh mi opla, man.
Yeah, that's, for you guys don't know, it's just an egg sandwich. Simple, but oh my God, I cannot get enough of it. There was this one place in Kentucky that sold it. It was just done right. It's just like really crispy on the outside, really soft on the inside. Pate, soy sauce, fried egg over easy, pepper, cilantro, and cucumber.
Sounds good,
for
man.
50 cents, man.
I was just about to ask. Damn, dude, 50 cents? That's crazy.
You remember that, Hater.
I do. Well, you know what, man? I just throw that money at people and they throw some back at me. I don't know how much it's worth out there.
Yeah, 50 cents.
You know, I always come back with more money than I think I will.
Yeah. But yeah, I think like that was my favorite. But that place kind of changed their bread recipe, and I kind of fell away from it. But I think that was seriously like I was eating that every day, and I didn't stop. Like I didn't get tired of it until they changed the recipe. So yeah,
is that the one out in Kentucky?
yes, the one that I used to live at, the first place he came out to visit me at.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh,
spot,
dude,
that was
they
very good.
like 1 year they decided to open their gates during the New Year holiday, and ever since then, like the recipe changed for the bread,
Interesting.
and it went downhill. Yeah, so that sucked. But anyways, I think just off the top of my head, that was like probably just the favorite thing I've had in Vietnam. Even though it's like the most simple thing. It's just sometimes the most simple things are the thing you like the most. Okay, so anyways, yeah. So I'm a step back off the soft shell crab from Bao Zi, which is really good, but I'm gonna go for give the award to the banh mi au plat. Favorite restaurant, because it's probably one of the most recent, and I don't think I've had one bad thing there, is Pizza 4P.
Okay, I know that spot.
Yeah, you've been there too.
Yep.
It's just really good pizza. All the cheese is actually made in Dalat. It's just local ingredients, well done. Just really good Italian stuff. But it's like a local restaurant.
Okay.
So yeah,
No doubt, man.
yeah. It's always crowded. It looks pretty upscale. It's just the only thing, like one complaint I have is I know like the breading is like really crispy, but because they put it on a regular like kind of like acrylic plate or like a kind of a glass plate, it steams it up, which kind of makes the crust a little moist by the time it gets to you.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like it's not like crispy. It kind of gets like soggy.
Yeah, just so slightly soggy. It's like if you just find a way to keep it just dry, dude, you guys would rock it. But it's still good.
Well, see, man, this is where you come in. Would you like to go on Shark Tank?
So yeah, but just because it's like I said, I had that about 2 weeks ago. It's probably off the top of my head is my favorite.
Right on, man. Sounds good.
Okay, worst food you've had in Japan, my man.
You know, man, this is a tough one, man, because most food in Japan is very good.
Yep.
And I feel kind of bad saying this because a lot of people like this place where I studied out in Chiba.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I don't even remember the name of the restaurant, but it was, like, a ramen restaurant that was really close to my house. And, like, every time I would go buy it, there was, like, a big line out the door. It was usually just, like, middle-aged dudes, you know? I was like, okay, like, out a whole street of ramen, this place is packed. It's got to be good. I went in there, and they had, like, these big chunks of meat in the ramen, but they're just, like, really fat. They had, like, no flavor. And then, like, it was, like, negi ramen, so, like, onion ramen. But then it was just, like, a gang of onions and nothing else, you know?
That doesn't make up for it. Yeah, that doesn't make up for it.
Yeah, you know, usually when you think of ramen, dude, it's, like, tonkotsu, like, smoky, like, umami. Like that nice circle of chashu, or like, you know, like some tender like pork that's like melts in your mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that whole thing is just like a oniony like pile of like fatty meat, and like, oh man, it just wasn't good, man. And I mean, like I would eat it if I was hungry. I'd eat it again, but I'd probably eat something else first if I could.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, man, I think that'll do it for me, man. Like, you know, there's some times when maybe there's a food you don't like, but it's still good.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I got to double down on this, though. There's one bar here in Yokkaichi, and they just had the worst chicken wings, man.
Damn,
Like,
you fucked up. You fuck up chicken wings. You really fucked up, man. Because that's not that hard.
No,
it's not that hard to fuck up chicken wings, man. You just gotta fry it.
Yeah, well, like, these bastards, they must have boiled it or something, because it was just like rubber, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like no crunch, like no seasoning. It was bad, dude. I'm trying to forget about it. Yeah. But yeah, dude, what do you think, man? What's been your worst food out there?
I mean, off the top of my head, it's just like one of those places I shouldn't have eaten in the first place. You know? It's like I'm hungry,
really?
I'm walking the streets, and it's like I try to get, like, it's probably like just like a bad banh mi. I mean, if I just think off the top of my head, it'd just be like a horrible banh mi that's like 2-day-old bread or something that it looked crispy, but it wasn't. That type of thing. Because the food in Vietnam is just like, because there's not really too many franchises. I mean, it's kind of changing now, but everyone's got their own little stand. So you're just taking the gamble, because if you live here long enough, you realize that most of the food is kind of the same. Everyone has like their own take to it, slightly modified. But I can't think of like the one dish that really just like killed it for me. I can't think of that.
Yeah.
But
it's mostly just places that have bad ingredients.
Yeah, it's just like poorly done, or just like, whoops, I shouldn't have got it. I should have known better type of thing. Because like the rule of thumb in Vietnam is definitely, if there's a crowd, that means the food is good. Simple as that, right? But if there's not a crowd, that's where it's like, okay, maybe I got it at a downtime, because there's sometimes good restaurants just don't have people at that time because they're all working. But there's also other times where there's no one there for a reason. And, I've made that mistake 1 or 2 times. And, yeah, it's just like, ugh. I'd just rather not finish it and just throw it away. So it's come down to, like, just a rice bowl, or even a banh mi, or just a pretty much, or like a bowl of pho that's like pure MSG, because they're open like at 1 a.m. for a reason,
Mm-hmm.
It's those type of spots that it's like, oh, I shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, well, it's like the other places can afford to close down, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like somebody said that about that Tonteki restaurant. Like, man, those bastards can take 2 days off. It's like, yes, they can. Ooh.
Nice.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Should we go on to the next question, man? We was going to ask you about the worst restaurant you've been to.
I think those fall in the same category for me. So it's more down to you, because it's like the wrong stand, the wrong restaurant. Which would have the worst.
Or was
food.
there like any restaurant you went to where you just had like really like shitty service?
That's a good question. Let me think that over. Do you have one off the top of your head?
And that's my thing too, is I can't think of like one restaurant I've been to where I've had really bad service in Japan. Like the service is usually like pretty good.
Yeah.
And like that's the thing too, is like if I think about a place where I've had some of the worst service in Japan, it's probably also another place where I've had some of the best service,
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they're just having an off night,
Yeah.
It was this Korean restaurant around here, and like we ordered like some food and then just never came. And I'm just like, so we ordered this food. Where is it? Like, you ordered this food? It's like, yes. And they're like, well, let me check on it. And then like they just didn't come back. I'm just like, what is this?
Damn.
I don't deserve to be treated this way. They're trying to ruin me. No, but and like I don't know, man. Like if it was new people, new staff, like we did customer service. Like I get that people have off days, so I don't get pissed off. But if I ask for something, I want it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Ooh. But yeah, man. How about you? Nothing like that's happened to you though, huh?
No, okay. I can honestly see off the top of my head, like there's a good at least like 20 to 30% of the time of my dining experience that's a local place. Yeah, the service is pretty bad. If it's like a franchise, or at least Ho Chi Minh City, there's at least a standard. But if you go outside of that area, it's a crapshoot in terms of the service you get. Yeah, because I don't know. I mean, hands down, don't want to bitch and nag over here, but there is certain lack of professionalism here, especially in the service sector in Vietnam. So they'll sit there on their phone, chit chat with each other, fuck around with each other, but they don't give a dang about the customers.
Yeah.
Because they're still kids, they're still immature. It's not exactly like the industry standard. So I mean, it's gotten a lot better recently, for sure. But still, there's just still that certain level of professionalism. So it kind of just ruins the experience if I need a beer, and don't get it. I asked for this food, and it's like it's 20 minutes now. Like, oh, give me like another 20 minutes and stuff like that. So it's more of an experience than I think is really bad food. I think because it's mostly just bad experience than it is food.
Yeah, for sure.
But it usually kind of leads all to one massive shit fuck, though. You know what I'm saying? If it was a bad experience, then you're not gonna enjoy your food, even though it's not that bad.
Yeah.
You're kind of just like already in a bad state of mind. It's like, man, fuck this place.
Yeah, That's very true, man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man. Looks like we're almost hitting the half-hour mark here, dude.
Whoa, dang! And we still had more stuff to talk
Yep.
about food. Yeah, we might need another episode later.
Yeah. Looks like we got about half of the stuff we wanted to, but hey, that's all right, dude.
Yeah.
We'll rock it again.
Mm-hmm.
So, that does it for another fresh episode of Dudes in Asia. Everyone's gotta eat to live, so you should be eating well. Be an adventurous eater. Eat some shit that you think won't be good. It might be.
Very true, man. I agree with that. Hope you guys enjoyed today's program. I know we sure did. Thanks for tuning in. This is Sir Nugzalot signing out. Be sure to check out our blog at dudesinasia.blogspot.com and hit us up on Facebook at facebook.com/dudesinasia.
That's right, man. I just got the first blog post on there. You can check out 12 days of fine, delicious, nutritious Japanese school government lunch.
Well done, Hater. Well done.
I do my best. So, if you want to check me out on Twitter, search for @DavidHater. That's @DavidH8R. Peace out.
Sayonara.